Hey guys, welcome back to another Scratch tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll teach you how to make a terrain generator. So right now I have a blue sky backdrop and I have a block sprite with a few costumes. And I'll actually delete these costumes just to keep things simple. So I just have dirt, stone, and grass. And they're specifically in this order. So I have all those sprites, and right now we will take a when flag clipped and we'll broadcast a message. We'll call it reset. And we'll take a when I receive reset. We'll make a block and we'll call it render and run screen without refresh. Actually, not right now. Show you guys how things work. And when I receive reset, we'll render and we'll make a variable. I already have it, height. Actually, this inventory list I'll delete right now. That's for the next tutorial. And we will from pen erase all. We will drag our block. Where's our block? And we want to show. And now this block, we want to drag it to the corner, about the corner. -232, -176, we have these updated positions. We want it to go there. We will set height to pick random. I'll say 5 to 10. So now we can see just what it's doing. It picks random from 5 to 10. Oh, that's obvious. And we will repeat and we'll get the height variable. And this is basically the height of how tall you want your blocks. So actually this will only be the stone. So you want to cut down 3 from it. So 2 to 7. And we want it to repeat height. We will switch costume to stone and we will stamp, change Y. We will change our Y by our block size. So the size of my block is 16 by 16. So I will change our Y by 16. So now what we have is stone. And after this, we want to repeat about, let's say, 2 times. Switch costume to dirt, and we will duplicate this stamp, change Y by 16. And then we'll switch to costume grass and we will stamp. So now you can say all of this, you can say, see this, our dirt is actually coming at intervals between. So the reason behind this is because our repeat, it's switching to costume stone and then it's switching to costume dirt, but it's doing the stone only one time. So we want this to repeat height and take this off, put it things like this. So we could have our dirt is generating. And now we want to put all of this in a repeat loop. Let's repeat it 10 times. And we want, at the end, we want to, let's see, this is -176. We will change x right at the end, change x by 16. And we will set y to -176. So now what we have here is making our terrain. But now right now we can see our terrain is generating, but it's not random. Will repeat this 50 times. You can see it's not completely random because it's generating a completely straight terrain, and we don't want that. We want like some curves and it should drop down. So, and we will hide, and we will just take us. It won't work if we take a set height to pick random 2 to 7 again, because now you can see we have these really steep things. So the best way to do it is set height to take a plus, -1 and 1. Set height to height plus pick random -1 to 1. So you can see the like trenches here and these peaks, they're all just one block above their surroundings. So you can see, well, this is actually pretty satisfying to watch. But if you're not patient enough to watch it, so you can put on a red screen without refresh. So you can see our terrain's generating. I'll make this like 5 to, let's make it 5 to 10 only, because, yeah, we don't want the grass to go like, so now here we have it. But what, so now I will duplicate the stone costume and I'll call it coal, and I'll make some coal. So I'll make some coal. Well, I'm just filling out the stone texture with black. So what we can do is switch costume to pick random 2 to 3. So now what it does, it adds coal in here, but it's way too often. This is hurting my eyes. It's way too often. So we can just do pick random 2 to pick random 2 to 3. So that just increases the rarity. So we can do this again if you want it even more rare, because, well, coal's rare. So we have coal spawning randomly. So we can even add iron. We'll duplicate coal and I'll fill it with peach color. So we can even add iron in the mix. So here I made iron. So we can pick random 2 to, well, I'll make this 4 because we can have iron and it will be less rare. But if you want even iron to be even more rare, we can set it to pick random 2 to pick random 2 to 4. So now iron is even more rare. But I don't want it to be that rare, I want diamond to be that rare. Like, I want diamond that rare, not iron. So I'm calling this iron and I'm calling this diamond. I'm filling this with a nice bright blue, like this. So here's our diamond. And we will pick random 2 to pick random 2 to 5. So now a diamond should be added. No diamond. Well, this is like way too rare right now. Pick random 2 to make it 5 here. So now diamond is nice and rare. So you can see just like 2 blocks we get of diamond. And all in all, it's pretty good. So we can even add trees. So to add trees, we can just do this. I'll duplicate the grass. And this I'll call it tree. And what I'm going to do is make a, like, fill it with trees of the color of tree, brown, and I'll set the brush size to 5, and I'll make this a bit lighter to give nice tree pattern. And I'll just, oh, there's our tree block. Well, that does not look so good, but that's okay. So I'm just going to duplicate this block. And I will set it to appear. And I will select this much and I'll delete it, so we can now add some leaves. So all I'll do is just fill this stuff with green. Now undo. Now I'll paste it again so I can fill all of this with green. Oh, not so dark. Oh, that's good. So I filled most of that with green, and I'll give a lighter color to these parts. And there's our tree. Oh, leaves. So now I will set this on top, set this over here, and make sure that all this stuff is aligned properly. So just pasting some leaves to make a tree. So here's the tree that we have. So now right after our grass, you want to switch to cost. We will take an if statement, and here we will put switch to costume tree in here, take an equals, and we'll put 1 in here, and we'll take pick random 1 to 10 is equal to 1, and then we will switch to costume tree stamp. So now if we do it, then we can see the tree spawn. So you can see how all these cool trees. So that's it for today's tutorial, and bye.